Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Rex.
Today, now many people have asked this, but Derek Gottsmeister said, hey, what about Canadians? Don't leave them out.
Yeah.
Try anything from Canada, he basically said. 40 Creek, Seagram's, Crown Royal, just pick one, please. Mm-hmm. And I think he even apologized for it, so he must be Canadian. So I chose Crown Royal because, you know.
At some point we are obligated to.
Canadian.
I actually like, here's just cold open. We'll get to it. Here we go.
Okay, so today we have to drink Canadian whiskey. Today we get to drink Canadian whiskey.
I love Canada. I've been. You've been Canada?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay.
I've been to every territory in Canada except the Yukon.
No, I've just been Vancouver and Toronto. Both are cool.
I could live in Nova Scotia at the drop of a hat. I very seriously considered buying real estate in Nova Scotia.
No, we like the Vancouver.
Vancouver's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
British Columbia is beautiful.
Right.
I have a frustration with Canadian whiskey, and it has everything to do with
Is it too nice?
No, but here's why actually. So it's
Canadians
disappointment. Okay, so you have two boys like me, right?
Yeah.
And one of you, both of them are smart kids, but you have a kid and he's like freakishly smart, and he's regularly turning in C's.
Yeah.
And you know he knows the subject, right? And you know he's capable of amazing things.
I was like,
what's your response going to be?
Hold on. Let's set it up. So, there's dust on this bottle.
There is dust on this bottle.
And
it wasn't even opened yet.
He just now opened it.
I've tried it before.
I think I have some foreshadowing going on. I think I understand. I think I know what you're going to...
Okay, so you got a kid, he's not living up to expectations. You're going to be disproportionately frustrated with that child. Right?
Sure.
If you have a kid who's basically a dumb, but a great kid, and they're like consistently turning in B's, you can be like, you are doing such a great job.
That's how I feel working with you.
Yeah, that's how he feels working with me.
You know what? You just plug away.
You're
every once in a while.
Daniel. Just pat you on your little hobbit head. So I feel that way about Canadian whiskey. I feel the way the first child. I feel like if I was like, Canada, this is a great whiskey, it would be very condescending, because I think Canada has, by the way...
You think they're capable of so much more?
Yes! Canada has one of the only truly unique ways of making whiskey in the whole world on their process.
What is that?
And they use it to make Crown Royal.
Well, there's other things, though.
Yeah.
They make other things.
I'm just saying, Canada, step up.
No,
because you're capable of true greatness.
Here's why. I don't have a problem with them making Crown Royal. Because, as... somebody who is getting into the distillery business, if we could sell 1/100th of what Crown Royal sells...
No kidding. Yeah, Crown Royal is the whiskey that non-whiskey drinkers love to order.
Yeah.
So this is the Crown Royal. Actually, this is the classic Crown Royal.
This is the rye, though.
No. We're gonna do the rye, but this is the classic Crown Royal.
So this is Crown and Coke Crown Royal.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what?
Now I'm trying to find.
Here's the crazy thing. I don't know if I've ever had this straight. I think I've had it on the rocks, Crown and Coke, obviously. When I was a young buck, out on the scene, busting the moves. Svensson. I love when you get to your third or fourth video in one of your recording
like
days.
Now, like I'm meandering around the room.
Right, like one of your recording days. And you're so obviously a little pissy. It reminds me of sitting with my grandma when she has a third share and starts dropping the word in the most inappropriately cool ways. I love that.
So good.
Inappropriately cool ways. That's really nice. Spectre Actual 1. I used to make my dad's drinks as a kid, and of course, I had to test to make sure I did it right. I don't condone underage drinking, but I do condone mooching, so you've left me in a bit of a quandary.
Okay, so we may have to. We're gonna do another video on the rye, because the rye won Whiskey of the Year in 2016.
Right.
And which was a mistake.
Okay.
Yeah, I just said that.
So here's
no, it's Jim Murray, the Murray Bible, and there's a lot of opinions about that, and I'll go into a length about why I think it's a mistake.
Right.
And but in the meantime,
for now,
Canadian Crown Royal. What do you think about the most purchased whiskey by non-whiskey drinkers?
It's 1.5 notes, dolphin smooth. Caramel, it's velvety, and there's very little aftertaste. It disappears really
Yeah, it
quickly.
just vanishes.
Poof, it's gone.
That's why non-whiskey drinkers drink it.
Yeah, it's not challenging at all. It goes right down, and it's pleasant, but it's not weird, interesting, exceptional, unique. It is not even middle of the road, more towards the more effortless side of the
I
spectrum.
keep trying to find something else in there. And there's just nothing.
And no, it's like 1.5 notes, man. And the notes,
Okay, so the process.
the notes are well done.
Because I was far away from the mic.
Right.
The process, it's one of the, and there's many things like this. And by the way, I take everything back I said about Canada. If you look at a bunch of the new independent craft distilleries that are starting up in Canada that are making amazing whiskey, Cape Breton, Glen Breton single malt, Pike's is decent. Laird of Fintry from the Okanagan Distillery on the West Coast in British Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's some amazing crap being made. Just good stuff, but it's not by the big guys. Now, one of the cool distillation processes they do in Canada that nobody else does is they do this thing where they do a distillation run.
Yeah.
And then they have a finished product, first run distillate.
Okay.
And then normally you take that and you distill it again. And then you end up with X, right?
Yeah.
What they will do is they will distill it, then they'll add water to bring it back up to a lower, or back down to a lower proof, and then redistill it a second time. So they add water in the middle of that process. Now this is not normal because with the regulations with Canadian whiskey, the rules of Canadian whiskey are, this is what happens with Canadian whiskey, except when it doesn't. And then you do this if you have Canadian whiskey, except when you don't.
Right.
That's basically all the Canadian distilleries. It's like, well, all Canadian whiskey is made like this, except the ones that don't do that. And all Canadian whiskey has to be like this, except for the people who don't. And it's just back and forth, right? But
So tell me how you really feel.
I know. Well, I feel disappointed because I feel like Canada's not living up to its potential.
Like as a people?
Now, as a people, I think they might even be superior to us.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but when it comes to whiskey, yeah.
Here's the thing, because Crown and Coke, it is pretty much a go-to for anybody that doesn't even consider themselves a whiskey drinker.
Yeah, that's
they
true.
they might not even know that Crown is whiskey. They just know Crown and Coke.
Yeah, they actually. I have met people who ordered Crown, and they just ordered Crown.
Yeah.
And they had no idea that Crown was whiskey.
Yeah. No, I believe
I
it.
had one person I said, "Do you drink whiskey?" And they're like, "No." I'm like, "Well, do you drink hard liquor?" "Oh yeah." "Well, what do you get?" Crown on the rocks." I'm like, "What? Whiskey?" Like, what? I'm like, "Yeah."
Okay, so I think I know why, at least for me, why Crown and Coke I enjoy. I haven't had it in a while, but it's nice. This is like the really bright top level sweet flavors, and then the Coke gives me that bite.
Yeah.
That back end bite that without, the Coke bit in there, this gives you that nice sweetness. It's effortless, goes down smooth, and then poof, it is gone.
Now here's an interesting one we can finish with.
Yeah.
Caldera by Hurricane, 5-year-old Canadian whiskey.
Okay.
I'll mooch class you this one.
Thank you.
We got any comments left?
Yeah, we do. Jason Voorhees. Have you noticed how many Isla bottles end up looking like poison or medicine bottles?
Yeah, totally.
With their green glass and
I love it.
white black label.
I'm going to have a green glass bottle someday.
It's true, though. I think sometimes Isla fanatics, like hopheads, forget that most people don't share their preferences and develop an elitist complex.
That
about
is
it.
an absolute weakness.
Yep. Then again, some people love it at first taste. So who knows? I'm still exploring what I like. I agree.
So this goes back to our speech about how almost always the worst person to introduce you to something
Is an enthusiast.
An enthusiast.
Yeah.
Because they lack all context. They have the curse of knowledge.
Worse yet, a self-proclaimed connoisseur.
Oh, yeah, they're the worst. Like me.
Yeah. You're a garbage.
You're garbage.
Worst person I know.
You're as a person. You suck as a person.
Dying of fire. It got really dark.
It really did. Now, that's kind of invisible. I don't remember this one.
This,
I can't taste it. Like, there's nothing going on. It's just sugar.
it's pretty light in color. It tastes like watered down pancake syrup.
It really does. What the f happened? See what I mean? Come on, Canada.
Now this is it, dare I say it's smoother than the Crown?
Yes, it is smoother than the Crown. And this is from Nova Scotia.
What's the proof? That's 40%.
Yeah.
40%.
I don't know, guys. I should have poured you a letter to Fintry. Their shit's amazing.
We still have time.
No.
We do.
I want to save that for its own video. It's worth it.
After the video?
And its own video.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We good?
We're good.
Until tomorrow, may your crazy stay this side illegal.
May you return so Daniel doesn't crap on an entire nation.
Again.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.